Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana.
This is Elsie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Ringside Ring.
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl, Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker. This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to episode 92, Geek, right?
Yeah.
92 of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And I am your host, Joe the Panther. Hey, what's going on, Brandon the Third? And now from the top of Metal Mountain, all the way down to all 50 states and the globe, it's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
Not too much. Brandon, remember you have to shine that belt up for me. That's going to be mine. Okay, Geekin. Are you ready for our guest?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go.
You want to introduce him today?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Brox Boulder.
The FTC.
Oh, AOG.
AOG champion.
AOG champ in the house.
AOG.
What's up, guys?
Welcome. Finally, we got the...
Joe almost botched it. I had to save it.
Listen, FTC is a promotion. Art of Grappling Champion is how it's pronounced. So no botch. Y'all's good.
Okay, good. Okay, so if our fans aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself.
Well, I am the Bully's Bully. I'm currently the Art of Grappling champion for FTC. We're based out of Ironton, Ohio, and I'm kind of new to the business. I've been wrestling since December of 2020, but it's been a fast-paced career already. Obviously, with the belt, you can see it's working out pretty well for me. So
awesome. So hey, what's going on? Oh, there she is.
Bubbles.
That's legend.
She's here. She's here today.
Didn't you see the bubbles flying up behind us? The bubbles has arrived.
I slipped on those bubbles one time at a show. She left her little bubble gun running, and it all got all the stairs and about killed 4 or 5 people. She needs to be more responsible with that thing.
Oh, geez. I don't know.
Throwing you right under the bus. There you go.
Yeah, listen, I'll back in a few minutes. I'll back over top of it too. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it.
I heard the thump. You heard the thump.
So,
Geek, how did you see the comment? I looked at the comments. I didn't see us. There it is. It's a little delayed today.
Yeah.
So if our fans aren't familiar, like who trained you?
Well, for the first year, I had Jillian Hall as a trainer here at Art of Grappling. That's the school here that's connected to FTC. So I spent the first year with Jillian Hall, and then Bobby Blaze came in 3 or 4 months into that. And then Jillian she kind of went her own way and wanted to do something different, which, to each his own. And I loved having her. She was the best. But now we have Bobby Blaze. He's our full-time head trainer here at AOG. And if you know anything about Bobby Blaze, man, he's a class act. I love Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Heard some good things. I heard a lot of people talking some good stuff about Bobby Blaze. You, Sarah Bubbles, Reese, everybody.
Yeah,
great guy. He's awesome. He'd be a fun one to have on here. I promise you. He definitely entertained.
So also, like you mentioned Jillian Hall, we also had Judy Hendricks on the podcast. She was also trained by Jillian Hall. So
yeah, she was actually with us in our school when we first started. We started in December of 2020. She was one of the original students here at AOG, and she went elsewhere, but she's still family. She's still family for sure.
She's doing a lot of big things, Miss Hendricks, and she's actually currently in the women's promotion, Liberty Pro Women's Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
She just made that roster. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. She does some work for OVC too. She's, like I said, she knows what's up, and she got the training. Most of her best training was right here at AOG with Jillian and Bobby. So I got to throw that over there for her.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Geek.
That's what he does best.
Yeah, totally.
So what was your first match in front of a crowd, and who was your opponent?
The first time I ever was in front of a crowd was against Jock Sampson, self-proclaimed GOAT, whatever. But it was in February of 2021, and he low blowed me and pinned me, hit me with his 740 elbow. But I've had a redemption match since then. Actually, at our last show, so I got my redemption. Put him through a table. I speared him through a table, so he knows how Brox finishes things now. But it was a fun match, man. To Jock he's one of those guys that no matter what he says, you're learning from him. He's been in the business a long time, and he took me to school that night for sure.
It's always good to learn from older people in the business, like the new one that trains you, the guy that you beat, like that. So is there any advice you've taken from anybody from the past of the wrestling world that if you've taken their advice and they're giving you advice and you're like, I'm gonna take your advice, but taking your own parts of it and added to it, anything?
Yeah, so I started training at 39 years old, so that's not common, and I'll be 41 in 2 days. So what I've heard mostly from Bobby is slow down and have fun, and all of the ones that I've listened to and most of the guys that I've come across I've listened to, because in our area we're kind of rich in independent wrestling, and we got a lot of schools here, and we got a lot of top notch independent wrestlers locally. So we're blessed to have that knowledge for all of us. And most of what people are saying is slow down and have fun and just enjoy the ride. And my ride's going to be shorter than most, like I said, starting at 39, but I'm definitely going to slow down and enjoy it. But my take on that is just slowing down, but hitting it head on as well, taking every opportunity I can to get in the ring. So
yeah, it's just like this thing with this podcast. I mean, this podcast, we're just having fun right now. It's like we're not looking at, obviously sometimes if for the future maybe going somewhere, but it's like right. Me and Joe at this moment, we're just having fun doing this, and that's all you got to do. And that's actually how you're the most successful, is when you're having fun and you're having a great time. Because if you're having a great time, your viewers are having a great time, and then if you're a wrestler, your fans are having a great time as well.
Yeah. One of the things that Bobby says is after every training that we have, he'll say, you showed up, no one made you come here. You showed up on your own free will, you had fun, and you learned some stuff. And so that's kind of what makes us and sets us apart here at AOG and Bobby different than most trainers, is he promotes you having fun in the ring and doing things on your own and not being made to do things. And it's excelled us quicker than what I think most schools would, honestly.
So what would you say your favorite match of all time is? And it could be anything.
Yours.
It personally mine. If I had one, I was actually a part of a guy named Levi Everett. He's an Amish fella. I actually had a match with him 2 weeks post-COVID. I had just got over COVID, still couldn't breathe very well. It was a really nasty case of COVID, and I went out and had the match of my life after having COVID. Couldn't breathe, felt like I was dying in the ring. But the guy's such a great wrestler, and really, he helped me along the way, and he was a great opponent. And that's my favorite, probably the match for me, my favorite that I've actually participated in. But my favorite match ever growing up was Stone Cold's last one, when he took 3 rock bottoms from The Rock, and then The Rock pushed away the referee to show his appreciation for Stone Cold. It's probably the only wrestler I'll ever mark out on, honestly. So right now with Stone Cold being back in the mix of things, I'm geeking out. But Stone Cold, that match between him and The Rock, his last one, that's probably my favorite match ever, just because two of like the giants in the business that saved the business at one point. I feel like they, without Stone Cold's run and The Rock coming in and kind of taking it over, I feel like the WWE and wrestling wouldn't be where it is today. So I feel like that's probably my favorite match ever.
I was just gonna say that's a silent retirement match right there. You know, nobody knew about it, that he was done after that match. Everyone thought, oh, maybe he's gonna take a little break. No, he was done, and nobody knew.
Yeah, 19 years later though. What's funny though, that's the thing I think about, man, is when Stone Cold retired, or when he had that last match, or 2 years ago, all stuff would pop up on my Facebook. When that stuff happened, I didn't see myself in 2021, 2020, 2022 being a wrestler. I just thought I'd still be a fan. I'd still be that little nerdy guy that likes wrestling, But it just goes to show, man, this was a bucket list thing for me. School opened up and I ran with it. So it just goes to show, man, don't, if you have something you want to do, just don't count it out. Like Stone Cold, here he is 19 years later. He's going to get back in the ring in WrestleMania. So you never know what's going to happen with life, man.
Yeah, the Kevin Owens show, right?
I hope it's more than that, man. I hope it's more than just a KO show. I fear it's going to be the same, like the Piper's Pit, when he was on Piper's Pit a few years ago or whenever it was, and just stunned Piper and they drank some beer. I hope it's more than that, but if not, whatever. It's Stone Cold in the ring. I don't care.
Stone Cold in the ring is always awesome.
Absolutely,
as always, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, what's going on, Steve? How you doing?
Steve Harback right there.
Hey, Steve.
And then we got
up, Steve,
our AOG champion in the house right there.
That's one of our trainees here at AOG, Caleb. He loves me. It is what it is. No big deal.
So, is there any other place in the world or the country that you would like to travel or like to wrestle at?
I would. Bobby talks about some of the best times being in New Japan when he was there, and I know that's some of the most competitive, some of the craziest stuff you'll ever see is in the New Japan wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I would like to try it. Again, I'm an old guy, so Caleb.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind trying it. I got to share a show in a locker room with Redbeard recently, and he talked about the dojo and in Japan. I thought that would be kind of cool, but it's a pipe dream, and it would be kind of cool just to get, and with Bobby being there and he being my trainer, to go wrestle some of the places and being the places that he's being a mentor and an idol of mine, then that would be cool scrap for me.
Definitely. So what would you say your favorite food is?
Ooh, tacos, man. I love tacos all day, every day. I it's probably the reason that I'm a hefty wrestler instead of a speedy guy, because I Taco Bell, any American. It doesn't matter if it's taco. I'm eating it. I don't care. Whatever. I love tacos.
Hey, if we're down in Kentucky, it's Kentucky, right?
Yeah, I live in Ohio. I'm from Kentucky. We're all in this area. It's a tri-state. We can be in Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia within 15 minutes.
Wow. So, but yeah, if we're ever down there, I mean, we can always hang out, eat tacos and pizza.
Oh gosh, I love tacos. Would we go to is there a taco spot other than Taco Bell, like a real normal?
Oh yeah. We have quite a few authentic Mexican restaurants around here that are actually Toro Loco. There's a place called Toro Loco. There's Trace Hermanos, which is probably the best. And then there's just random places that have tacos that I'm like, okay, you done pretty well. There's a barbecue place that has tacos that I think is pretty good. So I mean, we're rich with food around here for sure. I think if you remember years ago, I don't know if you guys know this, but Huntington, West Virginia, which is 10 minutes up the road, was named the fattest city in America for a while. And that's probably why, because we have a lot of really good food around here. Suplex is a good one too. Good job, Caleb. Way to pay attention. First time in your life.
You got the assignment at least,
Yeah. Suplex tacos. Yeah, but like I said,
Suplex, something you're familiar with. You guys are familiar with, I guess.
No. I was good. It's just about to say, if you're ever down in Florida, I don't know. I think they might have closed the one in Brooklyn, but there's a place called Rocco's Tacos.
Rocco's Tacos.
The guacamole you gotta try.
There's one I didn't get a chance to go to, but I went with my dad, my brother, and my sister. And I have to send you the picture. I have it on my phone. It's a picture. It's a luchador taco place that the sign's like 3 lucha masks, and I had to take a picture of it because I was wearing a COVID mask that was a lucha mask, Rey Mysterio mask. It's a company that's in California that actually did lucha masks, but they were COVID masks, so it looked like you were wearing like a Rey Mysterio mask.
That's cool.
And I had my COVID mask on. It was a Rey Mysterio one, and I was pointing at the sign like that, even
That's
though
cool.
the sign was way behind me. I was like this, like the way on my ringside sign. But it was further than that. And my sister somehow cropped it that it looked like I was standing right under the sign. It was so nice.
We had a place that's closed recently, but I thought it was pretty good. It was called Squared Circle Burgers. And when you would walk in, it was just this little hole in wall burger joint. I think it was owned by a promoter actually. But he had like figurines that were signed by different wrestlers and some that weren't. And then he just had different autographs of pictures. And then all of his stuff was there was an American Dream burger, egg on it and bacon. And, it was a really good place. But some of the best places I've found, especially around here, are little holes in the walls that's the best food there is, really.
Yeah. But there's some pretty good burger places. You ever see in Florida called Charm City Burger? Really, really good burger place. Highly recommended. Obviously Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. Yeah, we have little places like that around here. We have a Shake Shop here, and then we got like an L&J's and just weird stuff like that are a little almost like dairy bars. We have a lot of dairy bars around here.
No, I mean a Shake Shack is basically like a burger place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think we have anything like it around here. That I know of.
No.
I had a place called Cookout. Is that something you guys are familiar with? Cookout?
No, we don't have it down.
It's called Cookout. It's a burger joint. It's in Huntington, again, close. And I've never had it. I had it the other day, and the only thing I had was a milkshake, but it was legit. It was pretty good.
It's funny you say you like tacos. My job, Key Food, on Tuesdays they make tacos, and you would think, oh god, it's gonna probably be like generic meat. My boss is from group in Oakland, California. And he knows how to make it like the California style, the meat and everything. And oh boy, I've seen people get like the plastic tray of like 4 tacos in the box.
I don't know, man. Can we talk about something else? I might have to take a break and make a run somewhere. I'm starving.
Oh
now.
No! Oh no!
So what Dudes at Ringside does to you right there?
Hit you with the food bomb.
I'm dying now. I need some food.
After the wrestlers come on our podcast, they're always like, okay, now I'm going to look that place up now.
Then they message us after the show, guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me on. By the way, I'm on my way to go get pizza.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to outsmart them all. I'm going to start DoorDash and stuff here in a minute and just have them just coming into school.
Oh,
lined up. You see that commercial for DoorDash where they're all lined up, that's going to be me in a minute just for you.
Oh, jeez. So, I think you got the next one, Geek, right?
I think so. You go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
So, is there anybody that you've been watching on the independent wrestling scene, like on YouTube or seeing him on Instagram, that you're like, I want to wrestle that guy or girl?
Levi was the guy up to that point. Levi Everett, like I talked about earlier. There is a guy that's attached to FTC here in our promotion. And not to really discredit anybody else, the guys that we use here at FTC, they're all, I think, top to bottom are pretty good. Not just attached to Art of Grappling, but everybody we use for the FTC roster. But a guy named Psych Ward. I was in a tag match with him, with Caleb, actually, the guy that was talking earlier. I had a tag match with him and a guy named Misery. And I didn't get much time with him in the ring, but I'd really, really like to do some one-on-one stuff with him. He big, strong guy. I feel like I'm a short, strong guy, and I'd really like to kind of put our styles together and see how that works. He's a little weird, he wears a mask to the ring and he doesn't really talk much, and it's kind of rude, but I'd like to be in the ring with him.
Do you have a dream opponent that you would love to face?
A dream opponent?
Yeah, anybody. It could be anybody. I'm saying like main Rock, like it could be like anyone. Rock, Austin, anybody.
Alive or not alive, honestly.
Alive or not, yeah.
I honestly, I think Piper would have been fun. I think Roddy Piper would have been really fun.
Roddy Piper, yeah.
Just because like he was the guy that didn't really give a crap what went on in the ring. He was a brawler. And while I've got my style is, I've got things I can do that are technical. I can wrestle. I can get down and chain, and I can power with the best of them. At the end of the day, I'm a bully's bully. And if you're the guy that wants to come in and bully people around, I'm not the guy to mess with. So I think Piper and I have been really fun. It'd have been a real battle, just to watch us go at each other for however long. I think that'd have been fun for me.
You have a favorite movie?
Man, it's so hard. And my picks are so weird. Like Shawshank Redemption's up there somewhere. It's one of my faves. Forrest Gump. I walk around just randomly saying Forrest Gump stuff and Forrest Gump voices for no reason. I'll be walking my
the only one. Geek gets mad at me.
Bubba Shrimp Company. Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
One of my favorite things is like when the boat crashes into the dock and he's like, "That's my boat." It's my favorite thing. And it's the greatest thing ever. I'll be sitting at the house and all of a sudden blurt that out, and people are like, "What's going on with this guy?"
The best part is he's like, I gotta pee.
Oh yeah. This is what this is going to turn into. This is going to turn into a movie chat now. When Lieutenant Dan shows up to try out his sea legs, and he says, "Jay got no legs, Lieutenant Dan." That's my favorite, man. Come on, come on. It's just you can't beat Tom Hanks in anything. But yeah, Shawshank, Forrest Gump. My daughter would really love to hear this. I hope she's not watching, but I'll turn in my man card after it's over with too. But I used to talk so much crap about my wife and my daughter loving Pitch Perfect. But I've watched it so many times. It's been on recently, and I'm like, I can't turn this crap off. What is wrong with me? I don't know what's going on.
Geek knows I'm Ghostbusters. Like when I was in college, I would say something, and I'll be like, "Do re Egon," and Geek's just like, "My do re," and he's like, "Egon, come on." And he got mad at me the first time we watched it together in the first movie, and he was just like, I would say the line, and then he's like, I would say the line, he goes, "Will you freaking stop that?"
He wants me to say the line again.
Yeah.
You know what line I'm talking about, right, Joe?
No.
Are you?
Oh yeah. When we started doing our shows, and when me and Geek met each other, we met doing radio. Mm-hmm. So we didn't have an intro, we just played music, and this kid we know that does like cool stuff like making videos.
And audio production.
Yeah, video and audio. He's like, you guys really need an intro. You just can't play music and start talking. You need music to do it. So we're like, what do you want? And I'm like, he's like, I know you like Ghostbusters, Joe. You should tie in the creepy side of the end of the movie with Zool. And I'm like, yes. But you can't reduce the recording. You may get in trouble by Bill. So I said, I got it. Get the sound, "Are you a god?" and have Geek go on your microphone and say, "No." He's like, make it sound like, he's like, I want to make it sound cool. So Geek said, he's like, "No."
I wish we still had
it somewhere. I have a tape of it in my. I see cassette tapes.
We could find it. We could find a way to convert it somehow, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. My best friend, I've known him since kindergarten. We're like that with any Bad Boys movie. All three of them, like it's just like we love Bad Boys. Will Smith is like probably my favorite actor ever.
He's awesome.
So Bad Boys is definitely something to walk around, and I'll text him just randomly. Like he's in the military. He's deployed right now for the military. But I can text him and I can text him right this minute and quote anything from any Bad Boys movie, and he'll rattle off the next line right off to me. It's just like clockwork.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when you come for you?
Random anything. Yeah. And especially when Bad Boys 2 come out and they had the scene where they answer the front door and Reggie is coming to take out Martin Lawrence's daughter.
Oh God.
My daughter was getting to the age of dating at that point, and my buddy Brian was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to learn how to do this just anytime now." So I've not met Reggie at the front door yet for my daughter. So none of that's happened yet.
That is honestly my favorite part of that movie, when he comes, like the kid knocks on the door. He's like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah, and it's like I said, Brian will message me and say the same thing. He'll be like, Because any movie quote from Bad Boys to anything from Bad Boys, and most of the time it's when Reggie's around. That's one of our favorite parts. I've watched that thing 1,000 times.
Yeah, like I was just about to say when my favorite movie is probably The Fifth Element. I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie.
It's a good one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Chris Tucker is so funny in that movie.
Yeah,
Chris Tucker. Yeah. It's like Bruce Willis is like, don't move, and he has like the match like this.
Yeah.
Up and down is like.
Yeah. I love it. Chris Tucker's another one's really great. I'm almost everything he does, I think it's funny. He's just, I don't know, man. I'm such a movie nerd. Like, I have a friend that I'll talk to, and I'm like, "Have you seen?" And then I've learned at this point where I'm like, "No, you've not seen it because she's never seen it." It's Bubbles. I'm gonna call her out. You know what? I'm not even gonna hide it anyway. It's Bubbles. Bubbles hasn't seen a single movie in her life. I don't think. We'll be talking, and I'll be like, "Have you seen?" And she'll be like, "No." She's not seen any movies on the planet, guys. Like, how do you? Come on, how do you do that? How do you make it however old she is, as long as she's made it, and not seen anything in her life?
Friday is another movie that I could see anybody falls down anywhere that I'm not a fan of somebody, and they're mean to me. If they fall down, first in my head, the face comes out, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, are you okay? But if it's someone that I really can't stand, I pull out the line from Friday. You got knocked the fuck out.
Yes, I love it. Yeah. Yeah. But one of my favorite things to do is like we'll be like I'm an outdoors kind of guy, so we'll be camping or whatever we'll be doing. Or I play softball, and we'll be on a ball field somewhere, and somebody will be out back somewhere hiding, taking a piss or something. And I'll be like, "Hey, so and so back here taking a piss." Like he calls that guy out for taking a crap on Friday. It's one of my favorite things to do to people.
That movie had so many for that time had so many actors and actresses that are like right now they're like doing so many things. It's so crazy.
Exactly. Everybody in that movie is doing everything.
And Guy Ritchie Soul, the dad that was on the Wayans Brothers. Oh my God, that man.
Yeah, was it John Witherspoon? Was that his real name?
I think it was. Yeah.
He was in everything. He was in everything too. Like even after Friday, yeah. And you just think about like Ice Cube. Like I'm sure you guys have seen Straight Outta Compton. One of my favorite movies. That's probably one of my favorites. Actually, it's up there with the rest of them. But it's just talking about how he wrote Friday and just randomly. And it's a classic. No, there's not a bad part for Friday. I don't know anybody that really doesn't like Friday.
How many Fridays were there?
3. There was Friday, next Friday, Friday after next, and then was there a fourth one? No, I don't think there was a fourth one. It was supposed
to be. They were
okay.
A few years ago, there were like talks that they were going to have them all come back. Even Debo was supposed to be in it, and he passed away.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool because now you got Ice Cube's son who played him in Straight Outta Compton. It'd be really funny to see him in a movie with Ice Cube in a Friday movie. I think it'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Favorite TV show?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's been The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead.
I love The Walking Dead. Love The Walking Dead, but I haven't watched it in the recent episodes in a while, though.
It just came back on.
Sorry.
Ever since they killed who?
Ever since they killed off Glenn, I've been.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I understand.
He was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. I like The Walking Dead. I haven't watched much of the spinoff stuff like the Fear of the Walking Dead or the World Beyond. I've not watched much of that, but I like The Walking Dead a lot. There was a show that kind of like relates to that. There was a show called The Resident. It's a hospital nursing doctor kind of show, and one of the main characters was killed off, and I've not watched it since. Like I just turned it off. Like I stopped DVRing it and everything. I was like, I'm good. I don't want to watch it anymore. I'm just out. So
they're making so many spinoffs too with Walking Dead too. It's like the new one what they just announced with Maggie and Negan too.
Yeah. And they're also going to do one with Carol and Daryl. They're doing a spinoff for them. And then I guess the main character, Rick, is getting like a 3-movie like a miniseries deal too. So it's going to be really hard to keep up with all that stuff. I like it, but I don't know that I want to spend the time in front of a TV. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be over here in a ring than spend time in front of a TV.
I hate to say it, but you know, it's kind of like the Walking Dead verse.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah.
It's like you have the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and now you have the Walking Dead verse, and it's like, what the heck's going on? It's like you gotta watch them all for a Walking Dead Avengers or something like that.
Yeah, it's just too much. That's too much time, man. I'd much rather be doing something else than spending all those hours from TV. I like the the Marvel universe. I've watched almost all the movies, but I just can't. I don't stand in line for hours for those movies like those guys. Some of those guys are committed to it. I don't stand in line. I wait until it's 3 or 4 weeks out. When there's nobody in the theater. Caleb, the guy I was commenting earlier, and another trainee went to the Spider-Man movie that came out where all 3 Spider-Mans was in it, and I haven't seen the Spider-Man yet in so long. I was just like,
Joe hasn't seen it yet.
I want to see it. I heard it's very good.
Sorry,
it's okay, dude. I'm used
mess
to
that
it.
up.
You spoiled it for him. You spoiled it for Joe.
Instagram spoiled so much stuff for me. Even like yesterday when I was mad as heck at GameStop. I thought the game came out Thursday, so it was cool. Somebody told me to check in with GameStop. Couldn't get the reception where I was with the Wi-Fi. Googling the number. I get home and I asked him, so my name is Joe. I pre-ordered the game, and he's like, oh, you can pick up today. I was like, what do you mean? It comes up Thursday. No, the deluxe edition came out today. I was like, oh, okay. And I hung up, and I didn't have a show yesterday. I was like, that means I could have been freaking making myself already.
Yeah. So sorry about that. I was just kidding about all that 3 Spider-Man stuff. I was just playing.
It's like it's the neuralizer, Joe.
Yeah, he gets Spider-Man gets drunk and sees triple.
Yeah, there you go. So, is there any cartoons you like now or you liked as a kid?
Joe, that pigeon says hi. By the way,
hi.
What is it? Hi.
That pigeon says, "How's it going?"
Hey, Bat. It's going terrible for Joe because I just ruined the Marvel Universe for him. Sorry.
I'm sitting here crying in the corner.
Cartoons, man.
Parents' house, so I technically in my parents' basement crying to myself with a microphone in front of my face, so it's okay.
Cartoons. I'm old, so I remember He-Man and stuff like that. Like I loved He-Man. I know that for sure. Thundercats. I loved Thundercats as a kid. I like Doug. God, I remember Doug. I wasn't even like that young, and I like Doug.
Is it me or am I the only one that thought Patty Mayonnaise was so pretty?
I kind of wanted to marry Patty Mayonnaise, like a model of Patty Mayonnaise when I grew up.
Am I the only one as a kid? Anytime you saw a girl you liked, heard that music, that
Yeah. Well, Patty Mayonnaise was it, and then I met Topanga.
Oh yeah.
So then Patty Who, and then so yeah. Once I met Topanga, all the other crushes kind of went away. So.
You said you're old, but just remember, I'm 30. I'm 38 years old.
Well, I say I'm old a lot because a lot of the guys that I wrestle they're the closest one to me is 8 or 9 years younger than I am. Jock, the guy I talked about, he's a year or two older than I am. That's my much older brother than I am that's talking right now. He's older than I am, just so you guys know. Everyone out there, listen, I'm old, but that dude's older. But everyone I wrestle with, they're all younger than me for the most part. So I say I'm old, but I'm young in heart.
What's up, William? Welcome, brother. Welcome to Ringside.
Make sure you hit the follow. That's all.
Yeah, listen.
Share your brother's interview, please.
You don't want him commenting on anything. I promise. Don't give him the access to say anything on this show. Older brother is not.
Fire Marine, thank you for your service, friend. Thank you for your service, William. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that. Now you can go. Bye, brother. go back to doing whatever he was doing. Just
share. Remember to share the interview so you can get more views on it. That'll be great.
I will say the last show we had in Catlettsburg, Kentucky. He lives in Hickory, North Carolina. He actually made the trip from Hickory, North Carolina to Catlettsburg, Kentucky to watch me perform my last show. And then my other brother came from Oregon to watch my show. So I do have a really cool, really good family to support me doing what I'm doing. So I appreciate that. Now that I've got him over, he can go beat it. Thanks.
Heel mode.
Every now and then, man, even the good guys got to have a little bit of an attitude. We got to have an edge, right?
Yep. Geek knows.
Like a former wrestler always says, it's always the heels that are the nicest people.
Right. So
because the faces always have to be nice, no matter what. They can't be a douche. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when they try to be douches, like, okay, I keep it. That's why they're always so angry. But the heels, if they're pissed, they can just be pissed off.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's why they're always so nice, because they let it out.
Yep. I get it. Yeah.
That's what one of the wrestlers actually told us, but and they're actually right. So
yeah, they are absolutely. Heck yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there any old music from, like, you say you're old like I am? So is any music like 90s music that you would put on your car right now and just blast it as you speed down the street?
With the windows up, yeah.
Okay.
If I got the windows up in my truck, no one can hear me probably.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like that our generation, we had access to so much good stuff, whether it be rock or alternative or even pop. Like the poppy boy band stuff was catchy. It was hard not to like it, even, you know what I'm saying, when you was a teenager. So, it's funny, if you listen to the music I got saved on my phone, it's anything from gospel to like Tupac to just some of the craziest crap, Biggie. It's you never know which one will come on. Like, I'll be listening, and then I've got a lot of my kids' music mixed in there. So, like, one of my favorite things to sing, even when my kids aren't in my truck, is "You're Welcome" that The Rock sings in Moana, and I rock it, by the way, just so you know, no pun intended. But one song will be, California Love, and then the next song is You're Welcome, and then the next song is a Casting Crowns song. So it's really funny for my music choice. I can't really narrow down to one thing that I like more than the other. I like everything, basically.
Yeah. We had a wrestler on our podcast that claimed that people said he looked like the guy from Moana. What's the guy's name, Joe, from Moana?
Oh God, I can't think of the name from Moana. The guy, The Rock's character.
The Rock's character.
Oh, oh man, come on.
Help me out.
Listen, my daughter's at the house right now, mad as crap at me. Maui.
Maui. So, wow. Yeah, so he said it looked like Maui. So he started singing the song "You're Welcome," and halfway through it, he says, "Shut up, you stupid."
Yeah, somebody just commented Maui.
Maui. Oh, there we
go. Everybody's
go.
commenting Maui now. Hashtag Maui.
I got it, guys. I got it. Bubbles, go back to learning movies or something. I got it.
Like, on my phone, I got everything from Bobby Brown, like from My Prerogative, to like, I'm a diehard Bobby Brown's fan. Here we go. If I was ever at a concert, a small venue concert, and Bobby Brown walked past me, I'd mark out. And start doing the and I would be like, Bobby, just do that hook from Ghostbusters.
Here's a good question, Joe, for the chat right now.
What?
If you could bring back a musician from the past, who would it be?
Oh, for one night, one concert.
One concert only. You could bring anybody back. It could be anybody. Anybody.
The guy from oh my God, what's that group? Oh, you guys first. You guess good goes first.
Tupac. I would love to see him. I'd love to see him perform, man. I love there's not a thing that he's done that I don't have on my phone that I haven't listened to. I love everything he's done. So probably Tupac.
And the way he talks, like, you wouldn't like, I would want to make a video of him, just show him, I want to have him do his performance and then show him everything that's going on now and see if he can make a rap about it.
Oh, it would be crazy. Can you think about it? Because think about the song alone, Changes. There's some things, some changes that has happened, obviously, since that was in like 93, 94, whatever it was. There's some things that's changed that have actually happened now, that the craziness that's going on now. I mean, I can imagine what he would throw out. It would be awesome.
Geek, you next.
And I'm going to say Kurt Cobain.
Ooh, good one. Yeah, good one.
Because I'm, me, the metal geek right here. So I love geek things, but I love metal music. So Kurt Cobain just playing Smells Like Teen Spirit, that or another song like that, just be classic to hear it
The
live.
person that I would like to see come back is the lead singer for NXS. I want to be able to hear I Need You Tonight. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Imagine that concert though, if like everyone was, if like the concert was Tupac and Kurt Cobain with the lead
Oh
singer.
my god!
Oh my god!
That would be an awesome concert, right?
Yeah,
that'd be a tour, right? That's a tour right there. All right,
love it. Sign me up. I'm in.
Tupac and Nirvana playing again. Oh man, right?
Oh gosh. I think first off, the band would all freak out that he comes out all ready to go. Guys, ready to go?
Yeah.
What just happened?
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, that's a good one. PC. That's a good one. That's my boy PC.
Hey PC, what's up, man? Welcome to the ringside area. Don't forget to follow us. Cheap pop.
Cheap plug, you mean?
It's okay.
Cheap pop sounds funny.
You guys said earlier I was putting on the hoodie and it kind of has the FTC stuff on it and stuff. Like any of us have learned anything from TX.
I'm just waiting for someone to say, it's like, yeah, it's like, make sure you follow us. No, what they don't want.
What if I don't want to? Actually, another person I would love to have come back for one concert left, one concert only. Nobody said Bob Marley.
It's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
You know why?
Funny story about Bob Marley. So my wife and I, we honeymooned in Jamaica, but we actually honeymooned in Jamaica. We didn't do it on a cruise ship. We actually stayed in Jamaica, and where we stayed at Ocho Rios, there's a tourist area where they want you to shop. They kind of want you to stay there. They don't want you to venture out into the city. And my wife and I are stupid, so we decided to venture out into the city, and to just kind of take in the local things. And I didn't really get it for the first probably 3 hours, but there was just random guys standing on the side of the road with their hands closed, and they'd be like, "Hey, you want some Bob Marley?" And I didn't know what they was talking about for the longest time. And then finally, someone sparked me up and was like, "They're offering you weed." And I was like, "Oh, like okay, so they call Bob Marley here, cool." So the next person said, "Hey, you want some Bob Marley?" And I was like, "Nah, you've been dead for a long time, man. I don't know if you should want any of him either. Really, I wouldn't do that." They were so offended. I was like, "My bad, guys. Making a stupid joke. Sorry." They were so offended.
They came out with like a Bob Marley energy drink, and I'm like, "What is this? What is in it?"
The most mellow guy all the time in an energy drink, right? Like, is that bad marketing?
I don't know if it was an energy drink or a coffee. I was like, something.
Yeah, because I saw that too, and I think I tried it. I was gonna try it, but I was scared that it was an energy drink, and I'll be like, I'm already hyper anyway. Jeez, what happens if Joe has it? We don't want to know.
Joe will be singing reggae, growing his hair out.
With my Hogan hair, I have nothing on top. Be like, well, back here.
You become Bob Marley is what happens.
Yeah. Listen, I've
start playing. Yeah.
I feel like I'm ruining Joe's night. Like I ruined the spot in Spider-Man. I just made a hair comment. Like, I'm sorry, man. There's no heat here. I promise. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
You ruined Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Hey, I got heat from the wrestler Colin King that's been on NXT, and she got mad at me.
Whoa! You even ruined that. It's AEW, Joe.
What?
You botched that one.
Yeah,
AEW.
AEW Dark. She got Geek threw me under the bus. He was like, he didn't like Spider-Man. I'm like, she's gonna kick my head off, Geek. Jesus Christ!
They don't call her the king, the mother effing king for nothing.
She'll blast my head off. It's called like a kickball. Find my glasses 10 or 15 rows back, all covered in blood. add one eyeball still in the lens, like. So do you collect anything?
Championship belts.
Oh yeah, collect.
Once I win the ring, I don't want to buy them. I want to win them. No, I'm a huge Kentucky basketball fan. Being from Kentucky, so I like Kentucky basketball things. Anything that's Kentucky basketball related, I try to hold on to. It's probably real about it. I'm a sports nut, so if it's a cool memorabilia thing, then I try to hold on to it. So
I was just about to say you need to come to VPW and start collecting some belts there.
I'll collect. Listen, if I'm signed, I'll collect a belt. Clearly, I'll collect a belt.
He collects troll dolls.
Yeah, I told you to go to bed, old man. This is my brother. I told him to go to bed. I don't collect troll dolls. And if I did, I found him at his house and brought him home with me. So I could see him.
You mean he has that room that nobody knows about that he only knows has the key for? And it's like he goes in and it's like, shut up, man.
There is a room in my brother's house in North Carolina.
Barbie dolls.
That if it had Barbie dolls on it, I would have pictured that and put it all over Facebook. I promise. But the first time I was ever in that room, I bet there was 5,000 DVDs in that room.
What?
And they weren't in boxes. They were on like those old CD cases, that you had in your car, DVD case that you would flip through when you was looking back in the day.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, why do you have all these movies? Like, you talk about a movie nerd. He's a movie nerd. So I'm like, what do you have all these movies for? And he's a military guy. He's retired military, and he served time overseas. So he was like, I had a lot of time, so I just bought movies and watched them. I'm just like, I don't know how to take that. Like, I appreciate your service. You're my brother, and I love it. But shouldn't you have been like defending somebody or doing something? It's like, I mean, it is what it is. But I just like that. I walked in that room and I was like, he's like, well, if you want to watch a movie,
there it is.
You go. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know what to do with this, but I'm only gonna be here for 3 days, but we'll try.
Got enough time to watch it.
I swear, if like there was a snowstorm or something happened, he's probably that's the room to go to right there. Like, okay, what are we doing now? We're caved in here. What do we do? Okay, let's watch some movies.
Yeah,
he could be like so happy because he's like, do you have half baked? We're good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Geek gets all mad. There's no half baked in here.
Yeah. Screw this. I'm going back to the snowstorm. I don't even want to be
go back to Long Island and I'm done.
That is the greatest movie right there.
Talk about your favorite.
My favorite famous wrestler that I've met, The Godfather. The Godfather was probably my favorite. Enzo was cool. Enzo was really cool. I got a cool little phone video. Me and Enzo was hanging out after the show, and he's like, "Let me see your phone." No, I was afraid to give it to him, but I did. And he's put a cool little video on there. But Godfather is probably my favorite guy that I've got to hang out with. We done a Bluegrass WrestleCon in May or June of last year. We brought in a bunch of former legends and former superstars, and FTC and Time Warp did, and got to hang out with Godfather for 8 or 9 hours, whatever it was, just standing there with him, and it was the coolest experience. I mean, he had some of the coolest stories, and him and The Undertaker are really close friends. So I got to hear some really cool stuff about some of the Undertaker's matches, and just listening to a guy that's had 3 different careers. And it was like he was Kama, and he was the Godfather, and then he was also Papa Shango. So just hearing those stories about how he got into it. He was a bodybuilder, then had no interest in wrestling. He was just a big dude, and needed some cash, and he turned it into a career, and now he's a Hall of Famer. So that was cool. It was really cool. The Godfather's probably my favorite.
That's awesome. Do you have any stories from the road?
It depends on who's watching.
Oh boy, get yourself in trouble.
No.
I should have never asked that question then.
No, listen. I've had a really fun time, and like I said, I started in December of 2020. I had my first match in February of 21. And most of them have been through it with FTC. I've worked some other promotions, and I got some stuff coming up with some promotions outside of FTC. But I think the thing that I found, you can tell stories about being on the road as a wrestler, but the funnest thing about the stories are actually being there when they're happening for me. Like and nothing's really crazy happened so far. I'm young into my career, but some of the best times have been, pulling a ring to a show, setting it up, and just busting each other's balls on the way up there, or like me and Sarah are doing right now, just kind of talking to each other and busting each other's balls. And it's just, that's the thing is I can tell stories, but there's nothing crazy that's happened. It's just the camaraderie of being on the road with somebody else that loves what you're doing as much as loves what you're doing, what they're doing as much as you do. So that's been the funnest part. So he met Larry the Cable Guy. I can see the comments, guys, and my brother just commented on Larry the Cable Guy. So if you want a story, I have a story.
Okay.
I hate this guy. I want you to ban him after this one, okay? Please kick him out of this podcast. So my brother lives in North Carolina. He'd come home to Kentucky. I was living in my home state of Kentucky. That's like I said, that's where I'm from. So he'd come home and he was big into the Yahoo dating stuff back when it was, I don't know, this was probably 99, 2001, whenever it was big, you know what I'm talking about, like when it was the big dating chats, the chat rooms and stuff for a Yahoo. And he come home, he was home 3 minutes and he was on a computer and he already had a date. And it was with a girl that was in a town about 40 minutes from where I live. And he was like, I'll come see you. Like, he just kept talking and all this crap, and I'll come see you, but I've got my little brother, so I hope you have somebody for him. And so we jump in his Jeep and we make the 40-minute trip, and there's someone there. So he gets out of his Jeep and he gets in that big old truck with that really beautiful girl that he met online. He wasn't catfished, but I was, because Larry the Cable Guy got in the driver's seat of the Jeep.
Oh, jeez.
So when that girl got in the driver's seat of that Jeep, I was just like, I've played wingman before, but listen, we're crashing and burning for this one. But I was honking the horn in that Jeep, beating on the window of that truck. Get out of the truck. Let's go. I'm not sitting in this truck with Larry the Cable Guy. She had like 3 teeth in her head, you know, a thicker mustache than me. Her beard was better than mine. I was jealous. I can't do this. I'm out. So that's why I have hatred for my brother, because he puts me in situations like that. Like, I'm glad he's not a wrestler, because I would never want to go on the road with him, because those are the situations I'd be in with him. He'd have me wingman for Larry the Cable Guy while he has, you know, the hot girl beside of me. And I was like, I'm out. Sorry,
That's
bud.
horrible. Oh God.
Brothers, right? Brothers, who needs them? I had to. Jerks.
It's terrible. Like, to think that your brother's got your back, but does he really?
Yeah. There was, I've not fought for it since. I will never do that again. It will not happen.
Joe, you got anything or?
No. Okay.
Right.
Only I have something.
All right. But we would love to thank you so much for coming on and taking the time out, dude. You know, it's probably cold over there.
Hey, it's all right, man. The hoodie's warm. The okay. Merch it's warm.
Yeah.
No, thanks for having me, guys. Listen, I appreciate it. Anytime I can put myself out there, put our promotion, our school, FTC, Facebook page, Art of Grappling's got a Facebook page for the school here. I'm on social media all over the place. Just look at Brox Boulder. It's pretty easy. Get on any kind of social media format there is. I'm on there. You get on YouTube. I've got matches that I've had posted on YouTube, and then we have one of our biggest sponsors, Time Warp. It's a local nerdery. It's got everything from vintage video games to wrestling guys to I don't want to sound stupid, but like the Magic the Gathering games and the card games. I don't know anything about it, but they have all that stuff there. I mean, they have a couple different locations here locally too. So they're a big supporter for us, and they help bring in a lot of the bigger names we have for FTC. So they have a Facebook page. You can get on them and you can buy stuff online and ship it to you. I mean, it's just anytime we can get ourselves out there and have somebody check out our promotion and check out our school and check out one of our best sponsors, then we can certainly appreciate it, man. And hopefully we can get some more of the AOG FTC guys on the podcast, and you guys have a lot of fun with them.
Definitely. Do you have any upcoming shows or matches or?
Yeah, March 26th. Me and some of the guys here from Art of Grappling will be at the Corntown Throwdown in I forgot the name. It's in Ohio. It's around Columbus. It's in the Columbus area. I can't remember the name of the town. But it'll be March 26th. We'll be in a battle royal there. There's a whole show, but a few of us will be in the battle royal there. FTC has a show coming up. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys like breaking news. I might get fired for breaking this news, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'd rather ask for forgiveness
Uh-oh.
than permission. So you guys are.
We don't want to get anyone fired. So
I'll take it. I'll take it. It's okay. What I can say is,
wait, hold on. We got to flip the sign.
Put up the sign. Breaking news. There we go. So May 7th in Ashland, Kentucky, we're having another WrestleCon. We've got Jimmy Hart, Ricky Dragon Steamboat coming in. We got a bunch of big names coming in to do a signing that day, and autographs and pictures and things like that. And then that night, FTC is going to run a show. That's the breaking news, that we're going to have a show the same night we're having the WrestleCon. Please, Joe Pace, don't be mad at me. I'm just trying to put FTC over, buddy. But yeah, we're going to have a show that same night. So that's going to be a huge show for FTC, which is all we do. We just do big shows for
awesome.
FTC. Listen, I mean, if I can go through the cards, man, I mean, our last card included Rikishi, Scotty 2 Hotty, PCO, and Redbeard, Jordan Grace, and Ray Lynn, all on the same card. So, I mean, that's a huge show. That's an independent show. Those are pretty good. So
yeah.
Just because of breaking news, you got the numbers going up now.
I can't remember if someone that's in the chat can tell me that show with Redbeard and PCO and all those big names. Can anybody? Enzo was on that show as well. Who main evented that show? Can anybody in the comments tell me who main evented that show? Can't remember. It was me. I can't remember who it was. I don't remember. We'll figure it out, though, guys. I'll come back. Have me back, and we'll figure it out. By
You will.
In the future, you can always come back in the future, dude.
We're close to our Sarah's like, shut up. I can see her going.
Yeah, she's mad. Like, we have training tomorrow night. She's probably going to be like,
short guy.
That's me. I'll take it. That's the answer. Good job, PC. I like it. Some short guy.
Oh yeah, we're also close up to our 200th episode and our 1 year anniversary. So we want to cut us a promo.
I feel like that was one unique champions on. Unique champions on our show like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need guys that just get in the ring and don't have anything. You need guys to carry belts around for those anniversary shows and those 1 year shows. You need those kind of guys.
Home of champions.
We're the internationally known home.
That's right. Yeah, bring the champion back, man. I'd love to come back and some short guy. Man, PC's going to pay for that one. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'd love to be back, man. What I think would be really fun, and I'm just going to put you guys on the spot because that's what I do. Having a whole show just devoted to a school, like if you guys do like months where you do things like you have a certain project. Do a school month. Do a school month where
that's not a bad idea, actually, right?
And what month would you do that? I guess we already have Lucha month in September. Would it have to be like August?
September, August.
Anytime
school is September though. Is
yeah, do it when people are going back to school
But we have Lucha month in September. That's the thing.
It has to be August. It has to be in August maybe because August is the second week or second month.
And here's the other thing. It's like. Sometimes you can't get everybody from the school because it's kind of hard. You know what I mean?
Some people don't answer.
It is. I think all of our guys would love it. I just know they'd eat it up, so I wouldn't really think about anybody else. But like I said, we have 2 or 3 schools in our area outside of ours that are pretty good. So I could definitely help you out getting those guys too. I'm sure they would like the get a little bit of love on there too. So
of course.
Paul Castle, PC. Jock has a couple belts. I'm sure he'd be available. You don't want Jock. You don't want Jock's belt. Jock doesn't earn belts. He just takes them from the table and runs with them. He doesn't earn them in the ring like I do. I win my belt. What is it?
We've had our share of heels on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the heels attacked me. I was like, dude, did I fall into a thing of Coca-Cola? Why am I getting attacked?
He's definitely a heel. But listen, he doesn't earn belts. I mean, I had to throw 19 other guys over the rope to win my belt. So I mean that's a champion. Just so you know.
That's the best way to win a championship. You don't have to pin him. You just throw all those people over the top rope and you're champion.
Stuck him over the rope, yeah. And I had to throw a little Lucha over the rope, which it was pretty easy. He's a little guy. Juan. His name is Juan. And I was the last one standing. But no, guys, I appreciate you guys having me on. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. It's much appreciated.
I'm Metal Geek.
I'm Joe Panther III, and
I'm Brox Boulder.
And we will see you in the next one.